Hi, angels. Come on in. I'm glad you're here. I always love our visits and our chats. If you're new here, thank you so much for coming and giving me a chance. What we do here is mental illness is a topic we talk about fairly frequently. And basically, I like people to think of me as their older aunt. I'm Auntie Angel. And, anything I've learned in my life, I own all of my 56 years. And if I can save you any struggles or pain, or if you can learn from a lesson from mistakes I've made and not make them, that's fine with me. Okay. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button and comment. I love to interact. It makes us all feel closer because we all are in this together. I also do regular ASMR. I read you to sleep. I do guided meditations that I'm really proud of. I do a few role plays, not many. I think I've done 4, but they're fun. I have to be honest. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for coming. You know how much your support means to me. And I haven't said this in a while, guys, but when I say my prayers at night, I ask for blessings for everyone who watches my channel. Honestly, I do, whether you subscribe or not. So today, I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things. And the first one, I haven't told you this. I don't think I've gone over it and over it. I tell you guys all the time how much I admire you and, how much you mean to me and you're amazing. But if I've said this before, I'm going to say it again then right now. Okay? Come closer. Closer. Come on. I'm really proud of you. That wasn't soft-spoken, but I am. I'm so proud of you. And if you're having a tough time and you're turning on this video, good for you. You're trying to help yourself. And I'm proud of you for that. Some days it's hard to get out of bed. And today was one of those for me, but there's a reason for that too. I'll tell you that in a second. Plus the dog came up and she was so comfortable. But what the topic today is going to be doing things when you don't want to. Things that are hard for us. And I have to do one today. And I don't want to. And I thought of every reason on the planet not to do it. But I have to. And it's so stupid. Because it's easy. It's easy. But I don't want to do it. I have to get a Holter monitor. It's just this heart test, but you wear it around for 48 hours. Last night, I don't read about things too far in advance. Knowledge is key. I believe in knowledge. However, I have just a touch of hypochondria in me. So I try not to read side effects too often, and I try not to read too far in advance if I'm expecting a test or something. So, last night I read about it, and I jumped up and I go, well, I'm not doing it. And my husband said, why? What's wrong? I said, you have to commit to either not wearing a bra for 48 hours or wearing the same one for 48 hours. Candy, she thinks that's terrible too. So, and I said, and you can't shower. You can wash with a washcloth, but you can't shower? He looked at me and goes, that's it. Doesn't say anything, just stares at me. I said, if you're going to be logical, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Of course I'm going. I just really don't want to. And I find this with a lot of people who are dealing with any chronic illness, and that's physical or mental. I'm sick of being sick, I'm sick of having tests, and I'm sick of what those tests lead to. And this one is more just because I had some fluttering in my chest, which could have been anxiety, but my doctor's very thorough, and I am 56. Let's do a baseline and get it done. I don't want to do it, but I will. And when I do, I'm going to look in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you for doing it. So, you guys, I'm proud of you, and I want you to be proud of you too, okay? So if there's something that's hard for you, and I mean right down to getting out of bed, try to do it. And if you do it, I'm so proud of you. And if you can't, but you tried, I'm so proud of the effort. Because sometimes we just got to pull on our big pants and get it done, you know? And yeah, it's hard. It really is. What I was taught a long time ago, and I think I told you guys this before, especially when you're having a bad anxiety day or things are really rough, I usually try to tell myself, you're projecting, you're doing magical thinking, that may not happen. Sometimes I play the what if it does happen game. What if it does? What's your plan if it happens? What if I fail the test? What if I lose my job? What if the kids scream the house down? What if I just don't want to get up? What's your plan for all of those? And that may take a while to come up with. But then, and don't let yourself get anxious about it. You're looking at this purely logically, no emotion whatsoever. You have to try to put emotions away. And then I want you to think about, what if it doesn't happen? What if I pass the test? What if I do great at work today? What if the kids are angels? What if I get up and find something to do that makes me feel good? Then what? Always start with the bad first and move to the good, because you want that to be the last thought in your head before you move on. I find that helps me when I'm really, really anxious, when I'm worried about something. And to be honest, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a little worried that the results will show something. My father had a quadruple bypass at 54. Now, the man did smoke 2 packs of Players Plain, that's non-filtered, a day for over 4 years. I think he's told me he started smoking at 12. So his was smoking related. There's no two ways around it. And yeah, that's not what killed him. He died of colorectal cancer. My mother had a triple bypass at 68, I believe it was 68. And hers, now she also had her first heart attack at 35. She had 3. But my mother had TB as a child and had to be sent to a sanatorium, and it damaged her heart muscles. Like TB is your lungs, but apparently her heart muscles were damaged as well. So what I keep telling myself, and my younger brother too, I tell him too, neither of these situations is congenital, right? And that's by doing the what if something happens. Well, look at it logically. Neither of those scenarios are genetically related. You haven't smoked. You have never had TB. So, logically, and I take care of my health. Well, I see doctors regularly. And I'm losing the weight, so it's coming off slowly, but it didn't go on fast. So I have a wonderful friend, Joan, who reminds me that it didn't happen overnight. It's not going to go off overnight. She's wonderful. Oh, I really wish you guys, I wish she would start an ASMR channel, because her voice, it's just lovely. It really is. On that note, speaking of that, one of the ASMR artists that I admire so much, and I've mentioned several times on this channel, is Ray Moon ASMR, REAMOON ASMR, Ray Moon ASMR. She is fabulous, guys. She does Reiki, she does crystals, her role plays are phenomenal. She does hauls, and she is so close to hitting 100,000. So if you guys like mine, please go over and look at hers. And if you really like it, which I know you will, just hit subscribe, please. I'd love to see her get the 100,000 subscribers. Personally, I don't count my numbers. I don't. That's such a lie. I'm sorry. I'm sitting at 3,999, and you better believe I want to hit that 4,000. But that's not why I do this. It's not. I love connecting with you guys. I got so much out of the ASMR community, and it wasn't until I didn't even realize it was a community. I'm going to be honest with you. I just used to watch the videos and love them, right? And then I was watching Jeannie B, Jeannieb, ASMR, and she said the ASMR community, and I went, what now? Talk to me about this. And she basically said what I was thinking. She's gotten so much from them, she wanted to give back. And I went, well, I could do that. And I had emailed her, and I also emailed Lottie, and Lottie loves ASMR. She's my all-time favorite. And they both encouraged me. They're like, do it, just do it. So I did, and here we all are. And I'm so glad, because I feel so connected to you guys, and I want you to feel connected to me too. You are never alone, okay? The biggest things I want you guys to know is you're never alone, and you're not broken, okay? No matter what anyone says to you. Recently, in fact, it was this weekend, I was on Twitter. Twitter I use more for, actually, when my daughter was in elementary school, one of the groups she was in communicated through Twitter. So that was the only reason I had Twitter. But I still keep on it. I don't post, but I look. And it was a doctor, because anytime I see a doctor that I like, I click yes. I like to give people likes and subscribes, and especially if I think they have something not worthy, but something educational to say. And this doctor said, can you please tell me one medical thing the public should know that you think would save lives? And my first thought was, well, I'm not medical, so I'm not going to answer. And then I thought about it, and I went, that mental health should not be a stigma, and that they are not broken. Because I really believe that could save lives. I really believe that if people understood they're not alone, this is not anybody's fault if you're suffering from anxiety, depression, panic attacks, social anxiety, addictions, anything mental health related. It's not your fault, okay? You may have to take some steps, and you need to get help and maybe medication, but you're not broken any more than if you have high blood pressure, or if I don't know. I'm thinking of medical things right now, and of course nothing's coming to my head. But I really think that, because the one thing I know for sure is that tomorrow needs all of you and me. It needs all of us, okay? And that's it. I mean, we have to do hard things sometimes. Okay, we do. And people don't know how hard something is for another person. You may even look at something and think it's easy, but for that person, it's incredibly hard. Okay, I know someone who has really bad social anxiety, and she took the bus to work one day, where she would normally have just called in sick because her car died, and she's not good with crowds, and she came into work, and she was like pale and had that sheen of sweat, you know, when anxiety swept. And there's a group of us that hung together. And we're like, what's up? What's up? Are you okay? Are you not feeling well? She's like, I took the bus. 3 of us knew exactly what that meant. And we're like, oh my gosh, good for you. So proud of you. How are you feeling? And she was like, if she hadn't shared with us that she suffered from this kind of anxiety, we wouldn't have known how hard that was for her. And I'm sorry, when you do something hard, you should have somebody say, good for you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for the attempt. I'm proud of you for thinking about the attempt. Okay? I'm just proud of you for being you. All right? Because you guys are so worthy and deserving of every good thing. You really are. We get so down on ourselves, and you don't need to. You really don't. I think that we need to always look in the mirror and look at that person and like that person. And this is definitely going to be a case of fake it till you make it sometimes. If you can't say it and mean it, say it anyways. Because deep down you do mean it. Deep down you do like you. Because you wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't. You wouldn't be trying to help yourself feel good if you didn't like yourself. You wouldn't be trying to do something good for yourself. And I'm proud of you for that. So it's just a short hello today. I am hoping to do a facial video tomorrow. I've been looking forward to doing one. So I'm hoping that I'll do that tomorrow. I'm hoping to read. I think we have only one more story left in the Celtic fairy tale book, so I may have to get another book. So that's hopefully tonight, okay? So as always, my darlings, I love you, I value you, I honor you, and I'm so very, very glad that you were born.